everyone. Welcome. I am Kim from Ghost Cult Magazine, and I have the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Johnny Suicide, the bass player from the Suicide Puppets, as well as Mr. Veritas Suicide, who is the drummer for the Suicide Puppets. And they're here to talk to us about all kinds of stuff and shenanigans and whatever else comes up.
Shenanigans and
Hello. Yeah. Thanks for having us, Kim. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. I know you have a lot of things to prepare for with your upcoming tour. Congratulations. And so I am sure that you're all very excited to get out there with the Soulfly tribe. And I was wondering if you wanted to tell them what to expect from you guys.
Lots and lots of death, destruction, and blood.
Well, you could expect a lot of shenanigans from me, because I'm rocking Elf. I'm born to rock. I'm born to rock. I'm from Malbec, and the Suicide Puppets kick butt. I'm telling you what, you can't even see Johnny's mouth move while he's moving me. Is that a cat?
Are you a suicide puppet?
As a matter of fact, Suicide Puppets was originally, the original Inception was back in 2005, but they weren't called Suicide Puppets back then. It was called Fine Art of Hate. Some things happened, and they're actually booked to play. I think what I was told in the story, Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, the guys were actually booked to play a hate rally, and that wasn't something that they were about. Yeah. So I guess, long story short, they revamped it or renamed the band, and I think they did it was called back in the day. You could probably still do it today. I don't really remember. Where it's like a band name generator, and it happened to put Suicide Puppets together, and they thought that was cool, and they just kind of ran with it. But the real inception of Suicide Puppets started around 2007. And that would have been myself, Johnny, and Twisty. And it was just us. We were a three-piece for, what would you say, John, like a year or two?
At least a year. At least a year before Steven came into it. Suicide.
Steven Suicide. So we Steven Suicide, and then along came Lame Suicide, who they used to do all our keyboards and synth stuff, but he got a degree in something super smart, so he's off doing that now.
He got a brain.
Yeah, he does. He's got a brain. And I guess we had Donnie Von Gallagher joined us back in, I want to say 2010, maybe 11. I don't really remember the exact date.
It was around 2011, because that's when we had Shane playing with us.
That's right.
And Donnie played for the band The Vivid Twisted, and we were all playing at Tubby's in Duncannon, Pennsylvania. And the same night that Shane said, I can't do this anymore. I want to pursue my career as making guitars.
He's a luthier,
and, Yep, he's a luthier. And the same night, that was Vivid Twisted's last show, and Donnie had nowhere to go. And we're like, well, we're down a guitar player. And we invited Donnie in. And for a while there, Donnie, until he moved into Pennsylvania, he was from New Jersey. He would drive to my house every Friday so that he could be at practice on Sunday. And he did that for what, like 2 or 3 months, something like that, until he could get everything figured out. And then that's how Donnie came in. Because I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, Donnie's on his 10th anniversary with us. So
yeah. It's been a while. And even then, I left in 2013. I went through a really rough divorce, and I had to realign myself and fix myself. And I left in 2013.
I'm sorry about that. I still love you to this day.
I know,
I just wonder if he's really fixed. I don't know.
That's debatable. So I left in 2013, and they brought in another drummer who I ultimately replaced when I came back. But while I was gone, Tattooicide joined the band, which kind of made me mad, because I've been trying to get that dude to join the band for years.
Back when we used to do.
He lapsed, and now I can join.
That's what I was like. Go figure. I leave the band now. You want to join, dude? Okay, I see how this works.
Well, what was it back in the Circle Pit days?
Oh
and
my
shit.
gosh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Because like Steve would, a tattoo side would put on those shows,
Right.
and we were like, "Why don't you come on? Why don't you come join us?" Nah. Yeah. So it all came around. You know, it just took.
Oh, totally.
Just took Steven Suicide to have like some time off to do some
Yeah.
shit, and we needed a lead guitarist to come in, and then it's like it became comfortable, and
Right.
I am so glad to have like Junkins or Tattoo Side. I almost said his secret identity.
Yeah, dude, no, seriously, me too, man. Like, and when I came back in, was that 2017, 18, 2018, I think it was.
It was 18 because it was you and your wife came to our show on Cameron Street there at the Dark Club.
Oh, that's right. That was St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, because you guys were in kilts.
Yeah, yeah, I
Kilts
remember.
and stuff. And it's like that was the last night for our drummer we had at the time, and everything just worked out because you guys were already in the process of moving back to PA from Colorado. So it's history from there.
Yeah, So Suicide Puppets have a very rich history, if you will. But ever since we've gotten the old gang back together, if you will, like things have just been moving at a rapid pace, and it's great. And this is something that's been needed, or something that's should have been going on for years. We finally have all the pieces together that we need to
puzzle
to advance. Yeah, exactly. The puzzle is complete. Without question. This is the best group of guys I've ever played with, and I'm more than excited to be on tour with my brothers. And yeah, man, it's cool. It really is. It's super cool. And that interview Max did, talking about bringing in, fresh new acts on tour with him, and just the fact that they accepted us out of, I don't know how many bands put in for it, but you accepted us. And I'm probably going to screw this up because I never get it right, but Nivani, I can never say the band. Naveen, that's it. I can never say the band name right. I'm sorry, guys.
I had to look it up and get the pronunciation the other day, but it's Naveen. Yeah.
I know, every time I look at it, I'm like, I'm gonna screw this up every time. But yeah, and those guys, they post stuff on their Instagram every day from tour, and it looks really cool. So I'm really excited to just get out there and be on tour with Max. And I'm a huge Max fan, and everything that he's ever done, from Sepultura to Soulfly to Kill or Be Killed, and even his project he does with his son.
Kill or Be Killed.
Yeah, they're a killer band. No pun intended there, but they are really a killer band.
Nice.
Well, that's an excellent segue to my next question, which is, what bands have influenced the music of the Suicide Puppets?
Oh my God, what bands haven't? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we all come from, we all have different influences. It's weird. I have older influences that are like Alice Cooper, Kiss, into like Sex Pistols, Ramones, Misfits, into like bands that have members that are actually younger than I am, not much younger, but like Murder Dolls, Wednesday 13, shit like that. And then you have I don't know.
Excuse me.
There's no excuse for you. No excuse for you. That was a bug.
Apparently my coffee's getting me drunk. Who knew?
Is that the Jameson cold brew?
No, this is just some like generic coffee from Target.
Oh, so you just got coffee burps.
Yeah.
See, maybe that's what the problem is.
I know. Well, I have. Hey, I'm gonna give a shout out real quick. I actually have Catfight coffee cold brew going in my fridge right now.
And also another shout out. I have several bags of Catfight coffee that we are taking on tour with us because we need Iron Claw in the morning.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
A little bit of black magic in the evening. Thank you, AC Slade. We love you, brother. You make the best coffee on this planet, any other, and the rest of the universe.
Yes, sir. I agree with that statement 110%.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
But you're talking
But
about influences. Yeah, go ahead, John.
No, I was just gonna say, like, Dan has his influences, which I'll let him explain them. But then, like, Donnie, he has like Rammstein, a wide variety. We all have like a wide variety of influences. It can be anything from like punk to hardcore to metal to industrial.
A lot of my influences are, Pantera, Metallica, and believe it or not, Buddy Rich from like the big band jazz era. Like as far as drumming goes, like he was a huge influence on me. But I mean, this band itself, like I think we pull from like Zombie, we pull from Nine Inch Nails, we pull from Marilyn Manson, we pull from Rammstein, we pull from Pantera, we pull from Static X, we pull from Fear Factory. Like we pull from all these different bands that are pretty much, for the most part, within the industrial genre of metal, or even rock and roll, but we don't sound like any of them.
Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly.
I have to say, having seen you guys so many times, I can't imagine all of you not being there. Like you said, you added piece by piece over time. I can't imagine all of you not being there because you all bring something to it. And when one of you isn't there, it's missed. So I have to say, whatever you've done and you've added all along has definitely added to it, and certainly everybody does their part. And even with there are 6 of you up there, you're all bringing your own game to it, and it's again like nothing else. And you've just said that. Since Ghost Cult last chatted with you, you've dropped a new album, and we wanted to know what that was like to do during a pandemic.
Tales of Living and Dying on Slaughter Ridge Road. That dropped October 30th of last year, 2020.
Yep, 2020.
It was interesting to say the least, trying to drop an album during the pandemic. Like there was a plus side to it. The plus side is that we knew everybody was at home.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a good possibility you're just going to download it. I got nothing else better to do. You're at home, or purchase it. But we had to do things a little differently as far as studio goes. I think most of it was already recorded prior to the pandemic. I think we just had to do a couple odds and ends things, but it's actually changed the way we record our songs now. We used to just go in like all day and just like everybody just hammer away at it, like everything that you can. But now we've broken it down by band member, right? So I'll go in first and I'll lay down all my drum tracks, and then usually Tattooicide will come in and lay the guitar tracks. Steven Suicide will come in and do his leads. And then Johnny will come and do his bass lines, and then Twisty will come in and do the vocals. So we've actually broken it down to individuals instead of just kind of cramming everything into one day. So the pandemic actually made us, I guess, it made the recording process easier, I think, honestly, because then you're not trying to shove everything into like, a 10-hour day.
Well, then also you're one-on-one with and I gotta give him props, Jason Schaefer. You're one-on-one with our engineer, and it's so much easier than having, other people around you, like trying to, like, well, try this, try that. You work with the engineer, and it's like, I wanted to try this. Like for me, when I went and recorded the bass tracks, I had like a couple of the songs, upcoming songs. It's like I want to try this, but then I want to try that. And the nice thing is Jason's also a bass player, and he plays multiple instruments, but he's a bass player, and he'd be like, nice, that's really cool. I like what you did there. And then another song would be like, why don't you try it an octave higher or an octave lower? Get out of the realm of what's going on with the guitars. And I like that because I already had that mindset, and I'd be like, I was already thinking about that, but I wanted to try this first. And then we'd go back and we'd listen to the tracks, and it's like, yes, scratch that one, keep this one. So yeah, Veritas is exactly right. It's a whole new game. Yeah, the pandemic actually made us like, it made it easier for us in a way, in a sense.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it was definitely interesting trying to release an album during the pandemic. Our record label did, they were pretty fantastic about it, getting it out there as best they could, with the resources that they had with what was going on. And we knew, we had to, especially with how the way the world was, like, we got to release this just because it was a very aggressive album. And so it'd just be good to just a good outlet. Just listen to this, just to get all your anger out. Now, I love a lot of the songs on there about serial killers, murder, and death, which is pretty much our entire ethos. But it was just a good aggressive album to listen to during the pandemic. Like, fuck all of this, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a great turnout. That the album did very well. And actually, we just recently released a single last Friday called Shell Shock.
I saw your video. I loved it. So tell people who haven't seen it a little bit more about it.
The video was actually recorded locally here in Liverpool, Pennsylvania, at the factory, which is owned by Brent Lesbrance. We have been good friends with him for years and years, and we decided that's where we wanted to do the video, just because we knew the layout of the facility. We worked with Trevor Schubert, fantastic videographer. And of course, you were there, Kim, for doing photos and stuff during the band shoot, because we did the actor shoot, like 3-4 weeks prior.
Yeah, I think it was about 3 weeks prior.
Yeah, we did that like early on. Though that was like in July or something like that. We did that. But yeah, it was just like I don't know. Everything came together the way we wanted to for it, and the final production that Tattooicide and Twisty. This was like an in-house thing. We didn't bring anybody in to like edit it or anything.
But yeah, and Trevor was part of post-production on that too.
Yes. And Tattooicide was telling me, like, Trevor came over and he was like looking at what Steve did, like the first like minute and a half, and he's like, wow, you got the footage, there's not much more that I can do with this. You're doing a hell of a job. So I gotta give total props to Tattooicide for like the editing and stuff like that on it. Because it's me.
Yeah.
I've watched the video so many times, trying to see every little aspect of it, and it's like, it's so cool. And what a lot of people don't know, if you watch the one part of the video, you can actually see Steven Suicide walking down the side for a split second, holding a light, because we were doing that as like Twisty was walking down through the catacombs, and it was so cool to see that it was in there. But I'm so happy with that.
Yeah, I think that could be considered one of our Easter eggs, if you will. Like, can you spot something here?
Exactly.
So, but yeah,
exactly.
it was cool, man. The video turned out really great, and the song's basically about a failed relationship that went south real fast. And believe it or not, yeah, during COVID. And it's for what it's based on real events.
Yeah.
We have a habit of doing that in Suicide Puppets. We'll take real events that have happened and turn them into songs. But yeah, so the video turned out great, and I can't thank the actors enough. They did a fantastic job. I know it was weird for them at first. Like, listen, pretend we're not here and just act. Just don't worry about it being weird or anything like that. Just do it. You know what I mean? So it took a little bit of warming up there in the beginning, but yeah, they got it done. They did a great job. Trevor did a great job. Tattooicide did a great job. Twisty did a great job. Everybody did a fantastic job, man. Like, I'm so proud of these guys, and the video turned out great. It's actually doing very well on YouTube and our Facebook page and all this other stuff. So I'm pretty excited, and we're unleashing it on the tour. So all the Soulfly tribe out there is going to get a taste of Chelle Shock, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so we have a set knocked down, ready to rock and roll. We even have a couple encore songs in case we get to do some of those. So we're ready to rock.
Having been there to watch the process and to see the final product, you guys killed it. I just was so impressed by watching all the pieces, not knowing what the entire layout was supposed to be and how it all came together. So that was a nice surprise for me to actually see it all put together and done. And all of you did a fantastic job.
Thank you. It was a surprise to me too, because I didn't know what it looked like till it was done.
Same here. Same. You know what? In a sense, I was kind of glad about that, like, because instead of sending out clips to everybody in the band and stuff, Twisty and Tattoo Aside kept it to the point where it's like, all right, let's get it to where we like it and we think they will like it, and we'll present it to them. So I saw the first one and it's like, yes, this is awesome. And then when it was re-edited, I actually noticed like certain things that were like tweaked in it that were, I was like, yes. And that's why I'll sit and watch it over again. Like, oh my God, they actually saw me picking my nose in that one part. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, now I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that. I gotta go find that.
Oh,
right.
Talk about an Easter egg.
There you go. I'm gonna go look for that. Thank you. Now I'm not gonna be able to unsee it. Thank you. I have to say, everyone's reaction of watching Twisty coming through the catacombs was just like I thought was awesome. Just awesome. And to see that through the lens the first time and to see that done in the video, to me, that was my favorite part. I thought that was awesome.
Well, that part turned out fantastic.
Oh, yes, it did. But recording it was funny how many times, like, because like Steven was on one side, I'm on the other side. I have the purple light, he has the green light, and we had to keep walking down through, and then backing back up. But it turned out so freaking awesome.
If you had seen that from our point of view, you would have understood why he kept telling you to do that.
No, see, that's the thing. I get that. I totally get that. And
as soon as I saw it through the lens the first time, I'm like, and he saw the same thing I did at the same time. So that was really cool for both of us, I think. What are you most excited about for your upcoming tour with Soulfly?
Food.
Food. I am most excited for the genuine reaction of the people that have never seen us play before. Okay. That's what I'm most excited for. Just to see that, you know what I mean? Because we have our fan base here in Central PA and our fans in Maryland and Jersey and New York, but this is going to be people that a lot of these people have never seen us before. So that's just that genuine reaction of what that the Soulfly tribe, if I can speak English, they're going to see us for the first time ever, and I just can't wait to see that that genuine reaction. Like even when we played with like Kim, this is when you first met us when we did the show with Stabbing Westward. There was a ton of people there that had never seen us before either, and we got a great crowd response from that.
I'd never seen you, and now you're stuck with me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's all right.
I'm still here.
Being in front of so many people, presenting our music to so many people, meeting the new people. Because oh man, I don't really have words for it, because like it's going to be a whole new experience. I'm looking forward to, like, nice thing is there are people in the Necro family, and if people don't know what that is, that's part of the Wednesday 13 fan club that are coming out that I have never met personally, that I'm going to actually be able to meet. And going on the road, hanging out with my brothers.
What kind of preparations do you need to make for a tour like this?
Well, We had to. Well, first, Kim, you you helped out with some of this, but then we had to change everything because something else happened. But just getting rooms ready, getting transportation situated, getting the logistics behind of when we need to be at what venue, what time, when is our sound check, what time are we going on every night. Yep. There's a whole bunch of logistical things too, but a whole lot of that has changed since the beginning because Suicide Puppets finally decided to break down, if you will, and we got our own bus. I still can't get over that. We do. We got our own bus, and I'm not talking about an RV. I'm talking about a bus. But yeah, it's cool. And then like the shirt I just showed you, and I'm going to show everybody again because I don't think it showed me, but my Symbol sponsorship just sent me a new t-shirt.
Aww.
So I am sponsored by Soul Tone. Yep, they sent that to me and a couple of stickers getting us prepared for the tour and all the other stuff and the stuff that I'm getting from SJC. I think I got a shirt coming from them, and there's just so much going on, and it's seems like everything's crazy. Getting compressed into like just one giant ball of crazy at this point. Because in 5 days from today, today being Tuesday the 30th, we go on tour.
Monday.
Today's Monday.
That's what I said.
Monday the 30th. You said
That's
Tuesday.
what I said. Today's Monday the 30th.
In your mind, it's already Friday. I get it.
I'm already checked out. I've been checked out since June. So
I couldn't be any more excited for all of you to see this. As you said, I've ran into you guys 2 years ago when you opened for Stabbing, and I've been following you ever since. And I couldn't be more happy to see this happen to all of you and for all of you. And I know all of the hard work that you've put into this and the effort and the no sleep and everything that goes into that, the dedication. I want to see you have your moment, and I cannot wait to see it. So
we can't wait either. And actually, we're really excited for you, Kim, to join us on the Texas leg of the tour. That's going to be really badass.
Maybe I should be asking other people how to deal with that. I don't know. What can I expect from this tour? But I can say that we'll probably live a few times. So if everybody wants to see what goes on behind the scenes with the Suicide Puppets, I'm going to see if I can make that happen. Although you might not want to see any of it, I'll still try.
Well, I think myself, because I run the Instagram page for Suicide Puppets, so I think myself and somebody else will go live pretty much each day while we're out on the road. I'll do the Instagram page, and somebody else will do the Facebook page, and maybe we can sync them up so we have both phones facing each other or something weird. I don't know, because who knows with Suicide Puppets? You never know exactly what you're going to get from us on a day-to-day basis, but. So yeah, we do plan on going live on every day just to inform everybody about what's going on and probably poking fun at each other like we normally do.
Oh yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of that. I think it's fun. I mean, the things that people want to see are probably the same things that you would have wanted to see, and now it's happening to you. So, getting to see what happens behind the scenes is not something that everybody gets to see. So we'll have to show them as much as we can.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, exactly. And
sorry, my dog.
If you are lucky enough to step on the bus with us, you might get to see us watching The Exorcist, or maybe Oboe with a shotgun,
or Ash versus Evil Dead. I mean, who knows?
You don't know what's coming. You might even get to see Blazing Saddles. Who knows? We're gonna have everything. Heavy metal. We're gonna have Young Frankenstein. Woo!
Maybe some Metalocalypse.
And the Jerk. We gotta have the Jerk on tour. Yes.
This guy really hates oil.
And paused.
And of course, Norm's favorite movie of all time, Twisty's favorite movie, I am sorry, I gave up a secret identity. American Werewolf in London.
So looks like you have an action-packed time for everybody there. You're gonna watch all those before I get there, right?
No.
Well, except for Drunk History seasons 1 through 3, we will be watching Drunk History.
Oh, goody. I know that we're almost out of time.
Come on.
I know that we're almost
What?
out of time, so I want to give you time to tell everybody who your awesome sponsors are, because without them, you likely wouldn't be able to do something like this. So tell everybody who your sponsors are.
All right.
SJC Custom Drums, Soul Tone Cymbals, and Johnny.
Dirtbag Clothing. Who else? Dirtbag Clothing. I'm drawing a blank here because you took the good ones.
Goblin Alchemy.
Oh, I thought you said Goblin Alchemy.
I've been waiting
no.
for that one.
Okay, Goblin Alchemy.
They have fantastic mead, by the way.
Yes. Our newest endorsee, sponsor / what is it? Boston Harbor?
Oh yeah, Boston Harbor Distillery, Putnam Whiskey.
Yes.
All right. In the last 3 minutes, I'm going to throw this out there and see who comes up with the best story. What is the funniest thing that's ever happened to you at a show?
Like personally or just as a band?
Either or, answer it however you want in 2 minutes or less.
Okay, mine's
right.
gonna be real quick. We were doing a gig at the Waterway in York, Pennsylvania.
Oh, you took mine. Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Go.
I won't tell the twisty story, but I'll tell you what happened to me. We were playing the Waterway in York, Pennsylvania, and I'm just minding my own business, watching the other bands play. I think we'd already played our set, or we hadn't gone on yet, one of the two. Anyway, this drunk lady comes walking by, trips over her own 2 feet, slams face first into the stage, gets up, starts punching me in the face and saying that I tripped her. I'm like, what is going on? I'm just standing here minding my own business. Getting rocked in the face by some drunk lady.
Yeah. And Dan had
he got kicked out.
Curtis had this look on his face like, and they actually took her then. We watched them like dragging her out of the club, and it was on the second floor of the venue. And it's like she was fighting the whole way to go down, and then she got to the stairs, and it was just like.
Yeah, didn't she like fall down the rest of the way?
Yeah, exactly. We were all like, what the? That is the story I was thinking of.
That's
too.
the story. Okay.
Yeah,
that's probably the most ridiculous thing that's ever happened, ever.
Yes. I was standing back from the crowd, and Dan's standing, sorry, he's standing there, and it's like I just remember seeing this woman go boop, and then stand up and go bap, and Dan just went. It was as simple as that. He's just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, totally.
Thank you, both of you, for spending this time with me tonight. I'm sorry the thing is going to cut me off in about less than a minute. Of course, we'll put up your socials and everything for people to be able to follow you on tour, and hopefully they can see some of your shenanigans live. If not, they can see behind the scenes on one of your lives, and I'll see you on Saturday.
I will see you on Saturday, Kim. Thank you so much for having us.
Rock on, guys.